Well, welcome back everyone to the second portion of the Italian Radio Hour. And again, today is January the 6th, and we said at the beginning of the program that is a huge celebration all over Italy for a very special lady, and her name is La Befana. So today we're not going to have necessarily La Befana with us, but someone who has an artistic talent that is just amazing. They just concluded an event in Italy a couple of years ago where they built these humongous Befana. So welcome to the program, and connecting directly from where in Italy? Where are you in Italy right now?
We are in Padova. That is near
Padova, che bello, che bello, che bello. And so connected with us, we have Sara Celeghin, she's along with
Giovanna Bacco, and her artistic name is Crispy.
Crispy. Okay, so for the audience that is hearing about this adventure for the first time, let's find out a little bit about your background. Sara, would you like to share something about yourself?
Yes, I'm a performer and an artist. I used to carve wood and to do performances about circus and theater and puppetry. So this is what I do for living, and what I love even to teach.
Wonderful.
And Giovanna ti chiede qual è la tua esperienza artistica o da dove provieni.
Allora, io nasco come clown di corsia in ospedale, in pediatria.
Okay, so we have a very unique profession here as a clown in a pediatric hospital. That is fantastic. Tell us more, dacci altri dettagli. Un'esperienza sicuramente
da lì ho scoperto un po' il mondo delle performance, dello spettacolo, un po' dell'animazione. Sono diventata trucca bimbi. Da lì è partita la passione per la pittura e faccio body paint.
Okay, so she has quite a very varied background, because again, after the experience as again a clown in a hospital, she started to develop some other skills from face painting for kids to body painting, and we'll find out also her contribution about today's special event in the Befana. So how long has it been that you and your group have created these beautiful Befanas? Was this the first time, or is it something that you have been doing over the years?
So it took us almost a month to make this Befana, but we used to work together from a very long time. So let's say that we cooperate from many years, and we have done many projects together, but this is the biggest that we have ever done.
Okay, so let's go back to when you were little kids. Did you believe in the Befana? Did your parents do? And this is for both of you. Did you do
Befana?
Yes, something special?
Yes, I used to put socks to receive sweets, and I had a special challenge with my brother, because we were counting how many sweets we got to see who was the good boy of the family, or the good girl of the family.
Who was better, and who was the naughty one? Did you get any carbone, any coal in your stocking?
Yeah, but no, and we always got the same amount of sweet. So we were both good ones. And we started another funny things to put socks longer and longer to see what happened. But our Befana was quite smart, so she put orange and nuts and other kind of things, so not just sweets. And it was quite funny to find some sweets, some chocolate and fruit in our socks.
Okay, how about your friend? How was your experience of La Befana?
Giovanna, la tua esperienza con la Befana da bambina?
Quando ero piccola c'era la tristezza della fine delle vacanze del Natale, quindi si doveva tornare a scuola, Però era bello che arrivasse la Befana che insomma ci accompagnava al ritorno a scuola con dei dolci.
So,
io ricordo questo con i miei fratelli e i miei cugini.
So Giovanna's feelings around this time of the year were a little bit of sadness because usually, you know, past the Befana, everyone goes back to school. So there was this little bit of not looking forward to going back to school, but thanks to the Befana, there is also the sweet memories. There was that one last holiday or sweet moment to remember before going back to school. We're sharing some of the images of the event that I just concluded a few hours back. It looks like a lot of work. It looks like a huge enterprise. And also tell us about, first of all, the location that hosted the event. Where are we in this piazza?
Traditionally in Padua, we celebrate La Befana in Prato della Valle. That is the third biggest square in Europe. So it is a really huge square. And usually there was a big bonfire, something like 20 meters high. And this year it wasn't possible to do it for a problem with pollution. So the big fire was going to create a lot of pollution, so they couldn't do that. And so we were thinking about an alternative proposal that was mind-blowing somehow. And so we thought about a marionette, a 7-meter tall marionette.
So let me see if I have some other pictures so that can put a little bit in proportion how big the marionette was. And the marionette was not just the face. We have the whole body, we have the shoes. She even has nail polish. So was the concept a joint concept of La Befana?
You see the nail, I don't know if you see Crispy's nails, but they are like Befana's with glitters and colorful.
So Giovanna, yes, we can see where and also I see that the Befana can move. So in addition to the design, there had to be some articulation to the body.
Like the project was made by Giorgio Gabrielli, who is a marionettist, and he has a long experience about making how can I say, mechanism and things with strings. This is the biggest one that he made, but he has a long experience about that. So he was the leader of the team, and he designed and created all the structure and the mechanism. And so the old lady could move the mouth and the hands.
Okay, I'm going to try to get to that picture. So this is indeed, it looks a very festive event. We have a lot of Befanoni in addition to the Befane, everyone on stilts. So it is indeed an event where everyone participated. And have you ever done anything overseas outside Italy, or is this merely something that you have?
We used to work a lot in Europe, mainly with circus and theater, and we develop as well European projects about training courses and youth exchanges about art and movement and creativity. So we used to work a lot abroad, and we are going to go to Mexico quite soon to have a little tour of wood carving and shows with stilts and puppets. So this is the first time that we push us so far away, but usually we go a lot around Europe with our art.
Okay, so the deadline was approaching. Have you ever thought that maybe you were not going to complete the project on time, or did you have like a schedule?
We had a sort of schedule, but the time was really short. And it was really hard to find all the materials and the possibilities. And even the pieces are so big that we had to make everything that can be divided in pieces and then transport easily. So in cars or little vans, because we haven't a big truck. So we need really to have small pieces that when you arrive in the square can be put together. So yes, in some moments we were thinking that we weren't able to finish the thing. And Giorgio Gabrielli, that is the leader, is quite a precise person, really picky. So he was really fixing everything and working on every detail. And so sometimes we were a bit scared, in alcuni momenti preoccupati, sì, della precisione dei dettagli.
So this is your kind of workshop. It was your home for how long? How long was the building process?
To be honest, we had two kind of workshop, a smaller one for the first part that we can warm up. And this big one, that is where we work on performing arts and on aerial, stilts and acrobatic, that we can't warm up for real. So it is a place where if you do circus, you warm up naturally, but if you don't, it is really cold. So just the last week we spent it in this place with all the pieces. And before we worked in a little place to put together all the things. So to make the hands, the head, the dress, because Giovanna didn't tell you that she's a sailor, a tailor, sorry, not a sailor, marinaio, una sarta. So she was in charge to make the dress. That, as you have
Giovanna by chance?
Big.
So let's talk about the material and then included the dresses. So what could you use that was light enough and gave you all the flexibility you needed to construct the face of La Befana?
So the idea was even to give an environmental positive green message. So to use recycled materials. So we used a lot of cardboard, and the inner structure has been made by wood and PVC tubes. So it is really super light, and then all cardboard that covers everything. Cardboard or tissue in the dress. Okay. So, and we used ropes that we use for acrobatic to hang the marionette and to pull it higher and higher. So it was going down and up as a real marionette, but really big.
Okay. Giovanna, tell us a little bit about your dressing the Befana. I can see that you're here. I think this is you. Giovanna, dici qualcosa del costume.
È stata un'avventura. All'inizio presa un po' per gioco, poi quando abbiamo cominciato a prendere le misure e a ipotizzarlo nel cucirlo, è stata un'impresa.
So first this was just kind of a lighthearted challenge until they started to take measurements and they realized how big this thing was going to be, and that's when she really realized what she got into. Che materiale hai utilizzato per I vestiti? What material did you use for the clothing?
Allora, i tessuti, abbiamo cercato dei tessuti leggeri, perché il vestito era molto molto grande. In realtà non li abbiamo trovati tutti leggeri e il gioco è stato quello anche di mettere tanti tessuti diversi cuciti insieme, ed è stato un gran lavoro proprio il comporre le pezze per poi poter fare i vestiti. Quindi non è un pezzo unico, sono 1000 cuciture.
So
they
were looking to use light materials like fabric, but it wasn't always possible. So it became challenging to actually trying to connect pieces of different thicknesses. And so it's not just one piece, it's many pieces that are all connected, including then the patches and everything. So tell us a little bit the loading up of all these pieces onto your vehicles to bring it to destination.
So we had to put, for example, I have a Fiat Doblò that I don't know if you have in USA, but it is a Fiat car that is a sort of little van, and we put a big shoes on the top of my car, and another shoes inside of the van of another person. And then inside of my car, I had the two hands and the hunchback la gobba.
Yes, the back. Yes, indeed.
And then we put in another car the face, divided in 3 pieces. One piece was the higher part, another one was the and another one was the hat that was made by tissues. Giovanna had all the tissues in her car, trovi tutto il tessile nella tua macchina. So we had 5 cars with all the materials and a 6th with the structure. So the structure outside that where we hang the Befana. Yeah, here you see my Fiat Doblò around, so you see how big is the shoe.
Were people honking in the streets, seeing this big shoe on top of a car, trying to figure out who you were?
Yeah, we're going with this big shoe.
So then tell us a little bit the emotion and everything when people saw your beautiful structure today. Can you capture it in a few words? How they felt, the crowd, how you felt being
yeah, I think they really loved her. And the sign of it is that when the event finished, and so when the show finished, when the stilts walker went away, when there was no more performance, and we were still there with the big Befana, nobody was going home, even if it was cold and almost dark, but people were trying to approach her and to see her. So it took something like 1 hour more at the end of the event to be able to put it in pieces and go away.
And so take her home.
People were really loving it. And I think this is a sign that they liked the thing, because they started at 3 with sun, not really sun, but today it was a cloudy day, but today not so bad. So it started at 3. And we have given the socks with sweets to all the children for free. And there were stilt walkers and a juggler with fire and many surprises. And the big man. So at 4:05, the event was finished, but people stayed there until 6. So I think it was a big emotion for them and they didn't want to go home.
And the one thing that usually people realize and appreciate afterwards, how much those memories are going to impact everyone that was there, yourselves as artists. And maybe I'll share a funny picture of Sara in the workshop when it was still in the middle of everything. To the beautiful pictures of today of people being amazed, surprised. I mean, you made a huge impact on a lot of people, and I hope that also this little video that we're going to share is going to impact also some of our viewers here in the US. So it must have been really amazing. So where is the Befana sleeping tonight, and what is going to be her final accommodation, so to speak? What is going to happen to La Befana?
Tonight she is sleeping in Nest, that is our workspace, and we hang there somewhere on the walls and put the shoes on top of some shelves, and she will stay there until the next event that at the moment we haven't. So if somebody liked the idea of the Befana or want to have an old lady or a witch or something special for any event, we are ready to put her alive again and to give her another chance to surprise people. So now she is in our workspace, waiting for another occasion.
Waiting for her next manicure.
Yeah, and we can change many details. For example, today there was a story because there were firemen involved, and
yeah, let me see if there are some. They were totally into the Befana. They went up also to her nose. Let me see. Here it is. Yes.
It was the big bonfire. They were in charge of shutting it down, and now that there isn't, they are still really connected with the Befana. So this year we invented this little storytelling in which Befana was called and we needed help. So we asked for a little piece of tissue to children to create a big scarf for her. And they have given us many pieces. So at the end, we had a really long scarf, and firemen were in charge to put the scarf on her neck. So during the event, they arrived with their cars and trucks, and it was super beautiful because children loved them and loved to see the firemen. And so they were volunteering in this performance and putting the scarf. And even they dressed up as Befanas, and even Giovanna was dressed up as Befana. So there were many people acting and performing as Befanas. So we had a big one and then small ones. Quindi c'era anche qualcuno la Befana tipo te. And the event was a green one. So Giovanna had a special bike. So she was a Befana on bicycle.
Okay, let me see if now this is not her, but it looks like a Befano.
Yeah. But this was the idea, to have some Befana and Befanos on bikes. And yeah, I think I didn't send you pictures of Giovanna, but you will find them, many of them on websites, because many people took pictures. Tanti hanno fatto, quindi non gliel'ho mandate di tue, ma le arriveranno o le troverà.
So I'm sure this was indeed an equal opportunity for everyone to have a lot of fun. Grandi, piccini, boys, girls, everyone. So as I said, when I came across some of the pictures of your team building the Befana, I was like, stop, wait, I'm a big Befana proponent, and seeing that someone was doing something that amazing definitely caught my attention. So I thank you both for taking the time after such a long, strenuous day where you probably want to be out and celebrate, to connect with us and celebrate this great tradition and your talents. So thank you for what you do.
Thank you for this opportunity to give us and our work a chance to be known in your country. And so we are really grateful. And I just want to add that it was a sort of record to create such a big puppet in such a short time. And it was possible only because our leader has a big experience about making puppets. So he led us in a quite peculiar way that let us create something special. So it is really important to have a good team and even a good knowledge. Because
so let's thank all the people that should be mentioned so that everyone gets credit. So I'm going to let you just go ahead with the names, and then I will let you enjoy maybe a glass of whatever you want to enjoy to relax. So chi vogliamo ringraziare?
First of all, we thanks Padua City Hall, l'amministrazione comunale.
Okay, so yes, the administration, the city administration, yes.
Okay, that has given us the opportunity to create this event. And then our team that has been led by Giorgio Gabrielli, a marionettist, and us, and Samuel Silvestrin, who is a wood carver and has take care of all the parts in wood. And then we had a lot of help from many people from Teatro Invisibile, so Antonio Carniello, Gemma Paganelli, Luca Mancini, and we had a special filmmaker that is Olmo Gabrielli, who is an Italian guy that is studying filmmaking in Great Britain. So he took care of all the videos and pictures, and his mom, that is Marzia Ori. And then Elena Testa, that is our student of performing art, and she is so talented and so nice that she followed us in all the process as a volunteer, and she helped us a lot. So I think maybe there are some people more in the list, and I hope I'm
it's
not...
late at night, so we thank them.
His birthday, che giorno era il suo compleanno?
L'altro ieri, il 4.
Yeah, the 4th of January, he celebrated his birthday while we were making the puppet. So he's helping us, and then we have cake and pizza all together. So yes.
Okay. Well, from Pittsburgh in Pennsylvania to Padua, the two PPs. Now we have a connection. Again, grazie di tutto, buona Befana. Today is also a very important day for us because our radio program turns 1 year old. We started on January 6th last year, and we didn't have the Befana on the radio with us last year. She's going to come out tonight on a big Zoom party. But for now, we want to say thank you to all of you.
Grazie.
Grazie. So il Big Bang detto stop, it is time for us to say goodbye. Alla prossima. If you want to catch up on the previous episodes, you can always join our YouTube channel at the Italian Radio Hour, or where you catch all your favorite podcasts. We would like to thank our guests, Sara and Giovanna, our sponsor Istituto Mondo Italiano, e alla Boara for the music. Until next time, alla prossima. Ciao ciao!
Ciao ciao!